What's going on in YouTube? Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst, and today bringing you a video where we are going to look at 3 players in each position on the football pitch that the best FIFA players use. We're talking really here about what the professional FIFA players use, the top players in Champs and in Rivals, which obviously will quote-unquote follow the meta. We're looking at meta cards here today, ones that you guys can go ahead and put into your team if you wish to. We are now feeling much better after COVID, so thank you everyone for your patience with that. I do appreciate it. Thank you for your kind comments and whatnot, and I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic as well. If you do enjoy this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Coming over to the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst. We stream daily, 10 AM UK time, and I'm actually on Instagram now, believe it or not. Using Instagram more, so if you want to get an idea of what I think of players, SBCs, and nice fancy graphics, that sort of stuff, Instagram's down below. All right. So as I said, we're looking at top players on FIFA and what they use in their teams. We're going to be looking at all Ranger cards here. Three players for each position. We're going to be looking at icons, heroes, normal cards, informs, promo cards, all that sort of stuff. Now in goal, one of the favourite goalkeepers that I actually like to use. Haven't used him in a long time, if I'm honest with you. Just because there isn't an SBC for him and I haven't gone out and bought him. Van der Sar. Van der Sar is one of the great goalkeepers on FIFA 22, which you guys can go and pick up if you wish to. The reason why he's so good is he's 6'6", so he can really save up in the top corner for any of those long-range finesse shots. He's really good at them. He is a little bit slow at coming out at times, but overall a very, very well-rounded card. Comes for crosses and goalkeeper long throw. Goalkeeper long throw is a big thing, and the comes for crosses is certainly a bonus. Links obviously to everyone being an icon. You obviously can go and pick him up on the market, but honestly, one of the better cards out there. His mid tends to be used more than the prime because it is better. Now, this man is used by a lot of people, just across the board, really, because he is decent. I've used his gold card. I haven't used his team of the year yet. Maybe I will do it at some point. But a very well-rounded goalkeeper and has great links as well, which is probably, one of the big things about Donnarumma. Links to Kimpembe, Marquinhos, all of that sort of stuff. One thing that I will say with goalkeepers is that everyone has different opinions with them. Some people find some goalkeepers to be great. Some people find other goalkeepers to be poor and a letdown. Your opinion may vary to the next person's, okay? And then one which other players have been using recently because of a certain link to a certain centre-back is Mendy, and that's his Team of the Year Honourable Mentions card, which he did pick up. And again, similar to Van der Sar, tall, can really get up well. 90 diving, 90 handling, 85 kicking, 92 reflexes, and 90 positioning with 40 speed. I like this card a lot. I think the only downside is it's hard to link unless you've got that Rudiger link in there. But he is a phenomenal goalkeeper for sure. If I was to rank them in order, how would I like them? I'd go Van der Sar number 1. Based off Donnarumma's gold card, I'd actually prefer Mendy's Team of the Year honorable mention, but I haven't used Donnarumma's Team of the Year as of yet. Moving over to the fullbacks. 3 fullbacks here. Obviously, left back, right back. Depends on how you want to play them. Number 1 is definitely the Team of the Year, Cancelo. Cancelo has a range of cards this year. He's got headliners at 90, which is a great fullback on the right-hand side of the pitch. On the left-hand side of the pitch, the João Cancelo is phenomenal. I've put him in because you can play him fullback, but he probably is better in centre defensive mid, if I'm honest with you. 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, high medium. If you like your fullbacks to get forward like I do, this guy is phenomenal. One of the best players on the pitch right now because he is so well-rounded. And pros definitely have him in their team a lot of the time purely because of how good he is. On the other side of things, we will look at Hakimi as well. Hakimi, again, has his inform, his gold card. I can't remember what the 87 one is, actually. I'll be an inform as well. But he has his Team of the Year, which obviously this one now can be played at centre-back, can be played at full-back, can be played at CDM as well. Very well-rounded, 99 pace, 90 defending, 90 physical. Put him where you please. Fullback, obviously, he is very difficult to get past and is a phenomenal card at that. Now, I've put this one in here because he's a little bit on the cheaper side of things, and pros do use him. Not as much now, but maybe into some people's weaker teams, let's say. And that's this Delane card, which came out 94 pace, 85 defending, 85 physical, 5-star weak foot, high medium. What you tend to find with pros and what they want from their fullbacks is they need to be able to defend, but they also need to be able to go forward and offer a lot there. So they have to be good on the ball. They like to switch the play, having fullbacks that can switch the play with good passing, that are good with a dribbling department as well. And Delane certainly offers that. As I said, I've kind of put him in because Cancelo and Hakimi are kind of the go-to at the minute, but Delane definitely has had he's kind of honourable mention, let's say, in the kind of pro community, so it's definitely worth looking at for you guys if you need a fullback. Now, centre-backs. I was torn a little bit across here. I'm going to start with Rudiger, only because he has recently been taking the centre-back role by storm for people in their teams and has been finding his way in because he is great on that honourable mentions team of the year card. 85 pace, 92 defending, 92 physical. Chuck a shadow on him. He is lightning quick, very hard to get past with unbelievable defensive stats, and he's a great centre-back. Really like him. He's got good short passing, good long passing. For a centre-back in the middle, really is so hard to get past. Some people partner him with Varane. I actually think Varane has fell off a little bit in a very weird way. And the only reason why I say this with Varane is I don't think we expected to have, like, even a Rudiger as good as he is. Like, he competes with Varane. You could pick up Rudiger over Varane if you wanted to. So if you haven't completed this Varane, you don't actually need to go and do him because you've got Diaz, you've got Rudiger, you've got other options in other leagues as well. But either way, Varane, if you have done him, is still a phenomenal centre-back. I just think we expected there to only be like Marquinhos and Diaz as those team of the year centre-backs to rival him. But now you've got the likes of Rudiger as well, who obviously adds in a little bit more to the options. But again, a brilliant card and works very well. And obviously, I've already mentioned the man who is going to be used in Pro's team, and that is Marquinhos. You've got varying options here, whether you want to go for his inform, his 90, or the 95 team of the year. I really like him because he's very good on the ball. His agility and balance for a centre-back is great. And he's got good pace, got great defensive stats already. Really good short passing and long passing, obviously, with this card being a team of the year at 95 and 96. Probably the best centre-back in my personal opinion. So that is the defensive line kind of set up on what, pro players tend to use in there. They'll probably have quite a few of those cards in their teams at the back. Now, in the middle, I'm going to start off on the, what most people are used to in the centre mid role, and that's going to be Fofana. This isn't the Fofana that I'm looking for, sorry. It is Seko Fofana, that one there. And he's now got his headliners card, and he had that Player of the Month 86 card. I use that 86 card for a long time and think he's incredible. The 88 one is expensive. He's hard to get hold of just because of that price range on him. But if you're after a cheaper Vieira, Fofana is your man. He literally is the same as Vieira, in my opinion. High work rates, maybe prefer medium high. But great defensive stats, brilliant physicals, good on the ball, can pass. Shooting obviously kind of is what it is, but good shot power if he does get into that shooting position. And again, another centre mid, which you will see in pros teams. Not so much now because of the different options out there, but he certainly does dominate still a lot in the elite division and in champs. Kante now has the team of the year version, which it wouldn't be a centre mid position without mentioning Kante, because Kante is just so good. Pros have him in their team because he covers the ground so quick. He's in the right sort of position at the right area. And the reason why some pros wouldn't go for Kante is because they feel like he lacks, obviously, in the height department and that physical sort of battle, which obviously is understandable. But this card can shoot, it can pass, it can defend, it can dribble, it's got pace, it's got everything. He is absolutely everywhere. Now, I didn't put in Hullet because I feel like Hullet, everyone knows, he's incredible. I'm actually putting in a card which has recently came out, but I've heard a lot of people speaking really highly about this card. I know our good friend Example is using him at the minute, and that's Jude Bellingham. And the reason why he's in here is 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high, 6'1". But look at those stats. He's about 1.7 mil now, and he's just so well-rounded. I think the only lower thing is the long shots and the finishing, right? But as a box-to-box centre mid, he is looking to be an absolute force, and pro players are using him because of this. So maybe you guys could pick him up and give him a go if you haven't already. I think he really looks like an exciting card to use. So those are kind of the three centre mids that dominate. Obviously, there's De Bruyne Jorginho, Hullet, as I said, Vieira, those sort of ones. But those three are some nice mentions, which may be a little bit different to what we were expecting. Now, the number 10 position, I actually really struggled with here because I think Neymar is by far people's go-to in this number 10 position. If you're playing a 4-2-3-1 or 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, Neymar's the one which people are going for without a shadow of a doubt. 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. The only thing that lets Neymar down at times is his shot power. Even this 93 card has 83 shot power, which is actually a little bit low. But other than that, he is great. 5-star, 5-star. Neymar, always one of my favourite cards on FIFA. You need a number 10 and you can get him into your team. Go and get him. He is by far the best one out there. The next one, I've kind of put in because he's got the team of the year. He isn't my favourite at cam. I would rather play him at like right attacking mid. But you've got varying options with his inform and the 95 one to the watch as well. You could go and pick up the 95 one, which is cheaper than the 98. And, the difference is obviously the 98 is incredible, but does obviously cost a lot more. So, but he does make it into some people's teams. He is, my thing's just completely froze here. Can I do something, please, game? Game froze for some reason. What's new? EA breaking the game. Hey, but Messi at that number 10 role, really good, can work. As I said, I prefer him at right attacking mid myself, but pull a left foot finesse shot from almost anywhere with this card, and he'll score because that's what he does best. Now, I'll put in another one here, just kind of as an honorable mention. I've seen a few pros using him, and I think he looks really good. I haven't had a chance to use him yet myself, but I will give him a go. And that's that Diaz card that came out. You had the choice of the left wing or the cam. I think the cam is certainly the better one for me. I think the only bad thing about this card was trying to link him. But other than that, he is great. 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, high medium. Very similar to Neymar, in my opinion, on the way he looks to feel on the ball. He's got good finishing, good long shots, good shot power, good composure, reactions at 86, good agility and balance, great stamina. Overall, very good. Sprint speed a little bit low, so we may want to increase that with a chemistry style. But if you're after a cheap cam, 300k this card comes in at, and you're bored of Neymar, have a go with him. See what you think. As I said, I think he looks really good, and I'm looking forward to completing that card. That was my other number 10. I think the number 10 position actually just struggle a little bit, if I'm honest with you. So moving over to the wingers. Wingers is an interesting one. I do think they come down to personal preference. Mbappe makes it on almost any card, bar that 86 one. I don't think many people use that one regardless anyway. But the 91 Mbappe can play out on the wing and do a job. He's got the pace. He's got that physical feel about him with his body type. He glitches past defenders. You can play him at left attacking mid. Great. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. Really, really rate him in that department. Now, his passing does suck a little bit at times, so do take that into account, but he certainly is a great winger. Now, Vinny is going to take the other spot for me. I think Vinny, to me, is so fun to use because of the 5-star skill moves. He's very quick. He feels great on the ball. It's his finishing that is the biggest letdown on the card, in my opinion. But he is great at beating a man. And obviously, he's made it into a lot of pros teams over the last few months because of the job that he does do in that area. Now, there's three mentions here that I'm going to talk about. Number one, Pele. Pele obviously has varying cards on which you can afford. Pele makes it into people's teams on the wings. Eusebio also does the job as well. Eusebio is an interesting one for me, actually. I have mixed opinions on him. Sometimes he performs massively, sometimes he doesn't. But he is 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. So some people don't like him for that reason. But he can play out on the wing really well. But the other one that I think you've seen a lot more this year, obviously the new card being added in, is Ginola, the hero version, which is great. 5-star, 5-star, offers you everything. He's kind of similar to Mbappe and he's a bit big, a bit physical. But he is great on that left attacking mid, right attacking mid, however you want to play him, and can do a job there for us as well. So that's who the wingers tend to be made up with. Now, the last three are going to be our strikers. Mbappe does get played up front a little bit from people, but it tends to be the team of the year version. The other versions, not so much. The thing is with Mbappe and why people don't play him up front all the time is because he's got a very unreliable 4-star weak foot. You can play him up front, obviously, if you've got these other cards as well. And he is one of the better options kind of out there on the game right now. But he is certainly worth a mention. Ronaldo, R9 this is. 94 R9, 96 R9. Pros go to him as their go-to. 5-star, 5-star, medium, low. Can score from anywhere. Can do anything. he is by far the best striker on the game, definitely up there for me anyway. And you see some of the things that pros do with him. He's absolutely incredible. And then now, because of his team of the year, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to take the last spot, in my opinion. The other versions, the 92 and the 91, no, but this version certainly brings him into the playing field. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high-low, 6'2", brilliant at everything that he does. Obviously, he's got much better short passing and long passing now with his team of the year card. 99 stats in positioning, finishing, shot power, 98 long shots, 99 composure, 99 jumping. He is incredible and well worth you guys looking at if you've got the luxury to afford him. If it was to me, lower level players, Golden Mbappe is probably going to be your number one pick up front. So some absolutely belting cards there. As I said, this was more at the higher end of the scale of what the top players in the world are using, with a few little curveballs, I'd say. But you let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know what you change. Thank you all very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.